All right, we got part 4 of Use the Moment this week. And again, when we're talking about use the moment, we're talking about being positive and productive with the time we currently have in the present. And as a reminder, in order to do this, we actually have to be living in the present, living in the now. And we can't be consumed by what has happened in the past and what the possibilities of the future hold. So far, we have point number 1. Your circumstances aren't you. Your present circumstances may be affecting you, but they aren't who you are. And they don't determine what you will someday be. Point number 2. You can't control what happens to you, only your reactions. You can either react or you can take action. Reacting usually means complaining or blaming. Taking action means taking control of what you can do to change your situation. And you can only take action in the present, not in the past, which is gone, and not in the future, because it hasn't happened yet. Point number 3. When you stop blaming, you take back your power. And the best way to get your power is by recognizing and accepting your responsibility. You have 3 responsibilities: academic, behavioral, and well-being. Once you accept responsibility for those 3 areas, you also realize that your only limits are those that you, not other people, put on yourself. And you have the power to choose those simple actions that will serve and empower you throughout your life. Now we arrive at point number 4. Someday never comes. So going back to what we've talked about, you can't change the past. You can change the future. The only place you can change the future is now. You can think about the future, you can plan for the future, but you can't take action in the future. You can only take action now. So you have to give up the idea of taking action someday. Someday when I feel more confident. Someday when I feel good about myself. When I'm older and living on my own. When I have the time. When I have the money. If you've ever said these things to yourself, there's some bad news. Someday does not exist. You're not going to find it on a calendar anywhere. You're not going to find it on a weekly planner, a monthly planner, or yearly planner. It has no definite date or any definite year. I have a quote in my office by Jerry Rice, and if you're not sure who that is, I'll give you a little background. He played in the NFL for several years as a wide receiver, and to this day, he still holds records for catching the most passes, gaining the most yards, and scoring the most touchdowns. And his quote is, "Today, I will do what others won't, so tomorrow, I can accomplish what others can't." So this is a reminder to me that every day I'm going to do as much as I can in every aspect of my life to do what maybe in some cases others aren't willing to do. That way when tomorrow rolls around, I'm that much further ahead of somebody and that much better at something that I can go on to step 3 and 4 because I've already done step 1 and 2. I can go on to step 3 and 4 and do things that others cannot because they wasted their day because they're sitting around waiting for someday to get started. Okay, I wanted to give you a visual on a couple of these things that we're talking about. We were talking about someday when. Well, someday never comes. So the first one that was listed was someday when I'm more confident. Well, the only way to get more confident about something is to try it. Trying leads to being more confident. Okay? There's only 2 things that can happen when you try something. You can either succeed or you can fail at it. Well, obviously, if you succeed at something, then you immediately are more confident about it. Well, let's say you fail. Well, when you fail at something, what you should do is you should take that and you should see what went wrong and figure out, well, what needs to go right in order for me to be successful with this. And simply put, that means that you learn from your mistakes. Guess what happens when you learn from your mistakes? You end up succeeding. Where does succeeding lead to? Being more confident. Someday when I feel better about myself is another one we had listed. Well, back in point number 2, we talked about self-esteem and self-image. And both of those are things that you create. Self-image, how you view yourself. Self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. Just talked about confidence. Building confidence, you try, you either succeed and you become more confident, or you try, you fail, learn from your mistakes, and then you become more confident. Well, confidence plays a big role in how you feel about yourself. When we have confidence, we try a different variety of things. Okay? Then going back to point number 3 of our responsibility to ourselves, we mentioned academic responsibility. We mentioned behavioral responsibility. We mentioned well-being. Okay? So we have all those responsibilities. Well, when you build your confidence, you end up being more willing to try a variety of things with your well-being, your academic, and your behavioral aspects. And then you end up feeling good about yourself. You feel better. You have a higher self-esteem and a higher self-image. So again, it goes back to you need to be trying stuff and doing stuff and being a person of action now, not someday. Someday when I'm older, someday when I have more time, someday when I have more money. Fortunately, if that's how you view it, you're going to keep telling yourself you're never old enough, you never have enough time, you never have enough money. And what you'll start to notice is the people around you or in the world will start to pass you by because you're sitting around waiting for your someday. And they're out there saying, today I'll do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. So when you start to have these thoughts of someday when, you need to stop that thought and you need to replace it with the following notions. You already have the skill, the confidence, and the strengths. You already have the time, because the time's now. You already have everything you need to achieve what you want. And when you start to think that way, you'll start to act that way. Your circumstances won't matter. You won't be a reactive person. You'll be an action person. You'll stop blaming. You'll take control of your life. You don't have to worry about someday anymore because you're using the moment.